Well, hey guys and gals, welcome back to Building with Hex. Today we're still working on this crazy skyscraper here. Today what I want to do is like fill in the windows and maybe get the bottom done. I'm hoping I can do all that. I might time lapse the windows once we figure out what I want to do. But essentially I've kind of thought of like two different ways we can do, or three or actually four different ways we could do the windows. So one way is to just fill the whole thing with glass like this. So basically I'm actually a block back from the white concrete. I did a little bit of this off camera for some reason. I think I was just playing around with it after I recorded the last episode, just to kind of see what it would look like. But we could take the glass and like put it here like this. So there's a block back. That. Let me fill in the whole thing so we can get the effect. There we go. So that's like option A. And that's not too bad. I think that looks pretty cool. Option B is we're going to take some of this orange terracotta, or whatever color terracotta like you would want to do. I'm just kind of doing the orange just because I like orange terracotta. There we go, like that, and like this. And I'm just going to like make a... That's kind of strange, isn't it? I'm just going to kind of make like an interior ring around this thing. So like the first layer is just going to be this orange terracotta. Like this. And we're just going to check out and see what this looks like. Like that. And then let me just make sure that it's like done well. Okay. I actually like that quite a bit because it's going to add some color. And then we'll take the window or the glass. We're just going to put it like inside it here like this. And like this. So this is option B. And I think this one is going to be more colorful. So, and because the windows are going to be kind of large, I think this is going to work. So I'm kind of leaning towards some sort of thing where it has the ring around it. Yeah, I like that. That looks pretty good. Like this looks really nice and clean, but that is going to give us the color. Ooh. I don't know. Okay, option C would be to make bubbles like this. So instead of having the glass be flat, we're going to go ahead and go around this with our orange terracotta like this. I don't know though, part of me kind of likes just the glass by itself, but I feel like the whole build overall is going to be more colorful. And I'm really trying to build with a bit more color. So not just like white concrete and some other random color, but like do maybe like 3 colors or 4 colors and have like a little bit better color palette. So got some good feedback on that color palette video that I did last time. Or not last time, but like a little while ago. So yeah, like, I mean, I think that was pretty good. So what I meant by doing like a bubble is we could do kind of like I was thinking doing the bubble going inwards. So option B would be like the bubble kind of comes inward. So like the next layer is going to go around, but it's going to come in like by a block like this. Okay, sorry. I'm scatting again. I got to remember that I'm playing music because when I record, I actually don't record with the music. I add the music later, so sometimes I start like singing. It probably clashes with the music. Okay, so that goes like in by a block. You can't even tell that that goes in by a block, really. And then like it goes in like by another block. Like this. So we kind of have this sort of bubble that's being sort of pushed inwards, if you will. Okay, so like to me, that doesn't look much different than that. If you catch my meaning. Yeah, it's not much different at all. Doesn't really do much. Okay, so the other thing is if we did the bubble going out. So I'm actually just going to redo this one because I know I don't want to do this. It doesn't make sense to make it look the same as that with all this extra work and kind of loss of space in the middle area. So what we're going to do is we're going to try this. And then once I figure out which one we want to do, then we're going to go and I'm going to probably time lapse all the windows. This. Here we go. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Okay. That's kind of interesting, actually. Okay, I just had to check that my recording software is working. My computer fan usually comes on when I'm doing when I'm recording and running Minecraft at the same time. And it wasn't coming on, so I was concerned that it wasn't recording, but I think it's just cool enough in the room here that it didn't bring it on. Okay, so that would be like a bubble going outwards, like that. And I really dislike that. I don't like that at all. Yeah, I kind of like the bubble going out just by one layer. Let's see if that even like kind of looks cool. Let's take a look at this again, and then I'm going to decide between the different options here. So there's that, which is really kind of interesting. And then there's this, which is like it's flat. And then there's this without the orange. I really like the orange. I think it's going to like make a lot more color. So it's between these two for me. Whoops. What's funny is I'm kind of leaning towards the one where it's coming out, which is really strange. I was not expecting that. That's interesting. What if we just send it back like one layer instead of like having the double layer? I'm gonna try that. So like this is gonna be option, I don't know, rent out of letters. I forgot what letter we were on. A, B, C, E? I don't know. Last one. So like this is something that, you know, like when you're building, like if you're gonna do like a kind of a larger build, like to test things, you know what I mean? And do like a small piece of it, like if you're unsure like which way to go, do a small piece of it, see which one you like better, and then spread it over the whole build. Like I'm doing like this. I don't do this too often because I kind of like to just go with what I go with, but if you're going to do like a larger build, it kind of makes sense to experiment just a little bit and see what... Ooh. Ooh. I think I like that the best. It kind of bubbles back. Ooh, yeah, it gives it a little bit more dimension than this right here. It just... Ooh. Okay. Yeah, we're doing that. We're doing that. Yeah, I'm glad I did that experiment there. I don't usually do that too much, like especially like if it's a smaller build. But if it's a bigger build and I know, okay, I'm going to be building like, you know, I don't know how many of these windows I'm going to do, like what, 20, 30, 40, 50? I don't even know. Yeah, probably like 40, maybe even closer to 50 of them. So now that we kind of have that established, it's going to go better. Okay, so tell you what, we're going to go ahead and do these windows like this in a time lapse, because you don't need to see me do this over and over again. The only reason I didn't do the webbing in a time lapse is so that if you were attempting to follow along, there was a chance of you actually being able to follow along with that. But this makes sense to time lapse this thing. Okay, I'm glad I did that as a time lapse for you guys, because it took a couple of hours actually to get all that done. Because I'm not using the bling edit tool to build this because it's so like kind of organic, I guess, that I can't just like copy and paste on a tall build like this. So I'm a little disappointed in the fact that it is like a square shape, because I wanted it to be a little bit more organic than this. But yeah, maybe in a future skyscraper we can figure out the organic thing a little bit better. But for now, what we need to do is kind of work on the bottom here. So what I really would like to do is have this sort of come out and down in kind of an interesting organic-y sort of way. So what I mean by out and down is I kind of want it to come down like, you know, like, let's see if we can kind of get like a 1, 2, or a 1, yeah, 1, 2, and then maybe like 1, and then 1, and then kind of come out a little bit. Or maybe we just need to go like this. And just kind of do like a diagonal. Like that. So diagonal 3 blocks. Yeah, that'll do it. And then kind of out. And then maybe like this. Let's see. Maybe we need to just move this whole thing up by a block so that we come like down like that, and then this one's going to be out by 2, and then we'll go out by like 3. 1, 2, 3. Now the tricky part is going to be to try to get that shape all the way around. And then it'd be cool if we could go like this and then down to the bottom like that. So it's kind of like that sort of a shape at the bottom. You know, I think it kind of needs to go up a little higher though. So like 1 and then 1 like that. And then up like 2. And then maybe up. I see. And then 1 and 1 and 1. Put it there. No. There. It doesn't quite get it. Okay, we're going to come out 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2. And then 1 and 1. That's a little too big though. Do you guys kind of see the shape I'm going for? Like I want it to sort of come down and then go like out like this, and then come down this way. Yeah, I don't really love it. Okay, what if we did more like this? Trial and error on this one, man. I'm inventing new stuff. Trying to make a brand new kind of thing, so it's going to take me a minute to figure this out. Okay, and then what if we come like up like this? Yeah, sort of. That's kind of what I'm going for. Okay, so we're going to come like that, and then go out by 1 like that, and then 2, and then 2, and then 1, and 1, and then just like straight down. So we'll have that edge be like 4. Man, I don't like that. I think that's gonna look dirt. Okay, I'm gonna work on this and try to figure it out. Okay, I think I got it. So coming off of the wall here, I'm actually up, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, and then down 2, down 2, down 2, and then down 4. And I think that that's gonna work. What I didn't like about the other thing is I was trying to slope it down this way and then like that. It was just getting like too big and too far away from the build itself, and I kind of didn't want to make it quite like that. So I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna kind of extend this out like this, and then I'm going to cut holes in it to make it look more like the webbed kind of shape here. So we're just going to come like this, and then like this, back like this, all the way around, and then we're going to cut holes in it. So this will come out like this will come out an extra block, and then it'll come over this way. Yeah, and I'm just going to build right over that for now, and right over that for now, and just to kind of get the shape, you know, of the diagonal, and then I will cut the webbing into it. So I'm just going to go around like that, and then cut the webbing in. All right, so I have created the sort of base. It's not really a curve, it almost looks like a pyramid, but it's hopefully going to become a little more curved looking in a little bit. I guess it's a curve because it's like, did I go down 2 and then, yeah, I guess it's very pyramid-esque. Pyramid-esque, is that a word? I think it is. Anyway, let's go ahead and start carving on this thing. So we're going to come down here like this and kind of continue this down. And I think that going like that is the way we want to go. All right. And then I think what I'm going to do is like bring this forward here, the orange terracotta, forward a bit so that it's kind of looking like the orange terracotta is actually curving as well down this way, like this and like that. And then we'll come down. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll go this way. I'm just trying to see like if this is going to work. I probably won't do it this way and like do this much like thinking while I'm talking. Okay. Yeah, we need to put it like there. There we go. All right, that makes sense. That makes sense to me. Okay, so then I guess this is going to come down here, and like we'll come over here like this, and maybe we'll bring it down a little further like that, and then come up this way like this, and then back up into here like that-ish. Let's see. We can kind of get a little skinnier. There we go. Okay, and then I'm just gonna tear this out so it like, so I know. Okay, that's how that's gonna go. Okay, cool. And then we'll go, I don't know, let's bring down, oh, we gotta bring this guy down. We gotta bring this guy down. Look at him. Look at him. What's going on here? Okay. Bring it like that. Maybe down this way a little bit. And then maybe like one more. And then over here. And we're just going to take this one all the way down to the ground here. That. There we go. And then that's that shape. I think that works, right? Does that work? I hope it works. I hope that works. Okay. That, I mean, it looks right to me. And then maybe here there's one that comes up this way. And it kind of comes around the corner like this. And goes up like this. And maybe something like that. Maybe it's a little wider. This could even be like the door to the thing, like have it in the corner. It's kind of weird, right? Kind of weird. That's weird. That's pretty weird. Okay. Down here. And we'll just bring that all forwards. There. Okay, that means we kind of need one like in this area. So we'll go... This is actually a little tougher than I thought it would be, but I think we can get it to work here. There we go, like that. Okay, cool. There we go. Guys, I am so tired today. Oh my gosh, I am tired. I am so stinking tired. It is ridiculous how tired I am. It's bad. It's really bad. It's very, very bad. Okay, there we go. That's good. And then maybe this one is going to come out this way. And how did we do this one? Okay, it's like that. And then we're just going to keep bringing it down a bit. And then make it a little bit narrower here. There we go. We're just going to bring it down to the ground. Okay. And we'll get rid of that, just like that. That's pretty good. Okay. Now it's starting to look a little bit more organic-y because it's kind of spreading out. Maybe this is how I should have done it in the first place to get the organic feel, is kind of like build the structure first and then cut the holes in it instead of trying to build it all at once. But you know, hindsight is 20/20, so whatever. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, we'll fill in like some more of the, let's grab this and bring it this way here. So we got kind of this corner one. This is going to be interesting. Okay, and then we're going to kind of bring it here like this, but then we're going to kind of make it more narrow as it comes down. How strange this one's going to be. It's going to be kind of wide. And then we're going to kind of narrow it back out this way. Wow, this is going to be strange. Okay, that's good. And then we're going to come up here and cut this out. Like that, maybe? Okay. Nope, don't want to do that because that's going to get into the way of the other one. That's weird. Okay, we got to get rid of this stuff, though. There we go. That's better. And then we need to get rid of that one. All right. That's good. Maybe we'll bring this down, like, to there. There we go. What a trip. That's actually working really well. It's actually working really well. I think it's going to look good. You guys are like, what on earth? Just trust me. Just trust me. I think this is going to, like, bring some organic feel to it that it needs badly. It needs it badly. Badly, very badly. Very badly. I'm honestly not sure, you guys, on the time of the episode, so if this is going a little long, I apologize. I don't actually know how long that time lapse is going to end up being because I need to actually like record the time lapse clips. So what I do is I do like the, well, right now what I'm doing is I'm doing the I recorded like the time lapse, but I haven't actually like fast forwarded and found out how much time it actually took to do. So that's pretty good. Okay, and then we need one like coming more up like this, so it's got to start like right there maybe. And we're just going to kind of bring it down like that, and then maybe go a little bit wider there. And maybe a little bit wider over here. 5 block. There we go. That's good. It needs a little bit more width though, like right here, maybe. It's kind of looking a bit symmetrical, so we're going to go like that. Okay. That's cool. All right, this is actually going fairly fast. Do we want to start back over here? Sort of. I think this needs to come down to there. And then we're gonna, we need one that kind of starts here, don't we? And then we're just gonna bring this down like this. Get rid of this. This was like the interior wall that we're getting rid of, essentially. And then this way. Maybe this way by a few blocks. And down like that. There we are. Okay. And then we need like another one here. Like this. And like that. I don't like this. No. Cool. That is pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Okay. That's good. That one's good. I like that one. Very, very interesting. This is probably the weirdest build I've ever done. Well, I don't know if it's the weirdest, but it's definitely more like me, because a lot of the skyscrapers I've done, honestly, I've kind of used like an image of a skyscraper that it was already either sort of drawn by somebody else or actually a skyscraper that actually exists somewhere in a city. A lot of them that I've done are like that. You guys probably picked up on that on a few of those, like that one in Colombia that people mentioned. Kind of one of my first real skyscrapers that I did was like, it's like from Bogota, I think. Bogota, Colombia. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. But that one, like, people recognize that one. And then there's like a couple other ones that aren't necessarily like already built, but And then there's that one that's the corn one. That one's just all me. I built that out of my own brain. It's not like copying. I think in Minecraft, like as long as I'm saying like, hey, I got this off an image, that doesn't seem like it's really copying. It just seems like it's like, hey, I'm taking an existing idea and Minecrafting it. I think that's different than copying. But I don't know. What if you guys think it's copying? Then I won't do it anymore. But sometimes you definitely need inspiration with this game to kind of help you sort of figure out what on earth to build and like how to build it, especially if you haven't built something before and you're like, how do I go about like making a skyscraper? Like what are the elements of it? That's kind of why I decided to use some of the Pinterest images at first, because it's like I really honestly have no idea how on earth to get a skyscraper going. At least when I first started doing them. Now I have a much better clue of like what to do, but it's still kind of weird. It's still definitely not easy to do, especially because the builds are like so big. And when you get this large of a build, it's really easy to kind of get overwhelmed by it. So you just like the way I push through getting overwhelmed by stuff is I just keep going. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other, one step at a time, one little block built, one thing done, and then move on to the next piece and hope for the best. There you go. Okay, maybe this one here comes like this and doesn't quite go all the way to the ground. It's a little strange. Let's put that back. Maybe something like that. There we go. That's a little better. Okay, it's really weird building it at an angle though, because I'm having trouble making sure that they still look good. Definitely not quite as easy as doing it on a flat wall like these other ones here. Like that was a lot easier than this. Plus I was sort of like, here I'm creating the hole, and there I was creating like the border of the hole, if that makes sense. There we go. Okay. That's all right. And then we're going to go, and I guess we'll put one right here. This. But yeah, so if there's like a new type of build that you want to do, like I definitely recommend starting with sort of looking for an image of it and then trying to copy that and then kind of getting a feel for it that way before venturing out on your own, especially if it's like a big thing. But I mean, some people have the build. I don't know. It's kind of up to you. Like if you're struggling to get it, let's put it that way. Like if you're struggling or like you're afraid, like, ooh, I just have no idea how to get this done. Look for inspiration in images, pictures, builds people have already done, and try to make your own version of them. There we go. Okay, and then we need something here. Like, it's really easy to get a lot of. I'm finding on this angle piece to get like a lot more white. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm gonna fill in the edges with the orange terracotta and the glass, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so I've got the bottom all done here with the orange concrete and some glass. There's a couple spots where I didn't put glass intentionally so that we can get into the build. I'm kind of thinking, well, this is not going to be the door, but I'm thinking of putting the door somewhere inside of this thing. And then I really don't want to take the time to do it, but I think that one thing we could do is fill in the walls with this white concrete. I guess we don't really need to do that. The one thing that I would really love to do, though, is to put in some floors. So I think that putting in some floors would be a really good call in this. Oh, did I not film in this one? That's silly. Yeah, and then I also want to put on the roof. So I think what I'm going to do is space the floors out about like, I don't know, like 4 blocks seems to be pretty good for a skyscraper. 3 is a little narrow. I think the 4 is pretty good. 5 is a little bit too much because then you don't have that many floors. Now, if you're building this to put some like farms in or whatever, like don't put the floors in, obviously. You're going to want to build your redstone farm on the inside of this thing. But if you're attempting to build it with, you know, like for a more decorative purpose, then you'll want to put some floors in. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm trying to figure out the right level to put them on. And I think that level is like right... Well, there's not like a really good spot because we have glass kind of everywhere and it's going to look a little strange no matter where I do it, at least from the inside. So I think we're just going to go right here and I'm just going to kind of go and like just kind of mark out where the floors are going to be and see how we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the 5th one, right? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's good. And then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then mark it out. And then probably what I'm going to do is actually a better way to do this would be to build the floors so that they're inside of the glass. And then I'm going to use Bling Edit to repeatedly repeat the floors because my goodness, this is a lot. So yeah, I'd be placing blocks forever. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill in just inside the glass here because each level is going to be a little bit different, right? So what I need to do is I need to make sure that I don't build it like out this way. Like if I fill in this and then I copy that with Bling Edit, when I paste it in, it's going to like delete stuff that I've already done. So I don't want that. I'm just going to try to build a square inside of the current space that I have. So like, you know, not place it in the glass. And I think this is going to work. And I'm kind of, I was thinking about using white concrete for the floors because I feel like if I try to use something else, like I was thinking about trying to incorporate some tiled deep slate, which would actually look really good, but I'm just a little concerned that it's going to be too dark on the inside. Like if I do that and then 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, I just feel like, you know, that's a lot of deep slate that is going to just make it look pretty dark on the inside. So I'm a little thinking maybe we should just stick with the white concrete. But if you're building this and you want to experiment with the deep slate or perhaps even like a gray concrete or like the cyan terracotta would probably work okay. That'll work out. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this and then I'm going to put floors every 4 blocks. So spaced 4 blocks apart. So I guess it'd be every 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th one. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th one like that. So there we go. Okay, I've put the floors in and I sort of finished like fitting them to each floor. So like I've just been kind of, you know, I added like this bit right here all the way around so that it would fit nice and tight around each floor. And I think that's good. I don't know if I'm feeling like decorating the interior of this one. If you guys really want that, let me know in the comments if you want it decorated. But the reason that I don't want to decorate it is because each floor is going to have to be individually decorated and it's just going to take hours to do all that. So I think there's about 10 or 15 floors in this thing. So I kind of don't want to do that. But I do want to finish the top of it because I think it looks a little derp, like just kind of like sticking out here. But I think I'm going to do is take and go... I think we're going to go up like 1... Like we're just going to go up 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so 5. So right here, I'm just going to basically come all the way across. And we're just going to make it like a flat top here. So I'm just going to tear this out like that. And then go around this way. And I might do like a secondary thing. Like a second line over the top. But I'm just going to see like what it looks like cutting these off. Like this. And I didn't really, like when I built the tops of these, I didn't really know what I was going to do at the top or how high I was going to go up. But I think this is good enough. Okay, there we go. I'm back like in normal mode here. Let me turn our shaders back on. I'm going to go to try the vibrant light. I was using the enhanced default. I want to see what it looks like with this. Hopefully it won't get too framey on us. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Yes. Thank you, Sildurs shaders, for this moment of awesomeness. Yeah, so it's coming into its own here. What I'd like to do is finish off the top. So what I'm going to do is probably, I think I'd like to do some glass, some of this blue stained glass pane like this. And I'm going to put that around the top here. This. And we might put like either a helipad at the top, or perhaps we will put a swimming pool. Kind of depends on what the purpose of this building is going to be. And I'm not really sure what its purpose is at the moment because we didn't do the interior. It's kind of working on the exterior. So anyway, all the way around like that. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that finishes it off. I don't know. Oh, it's kind of a light blue color just because of the weird shaders. But that looks pretty good. All right, then what we need to do is grab some of this orange concrete that I'm sure I got rid of earlier, or orange terracotta, and I'm gonna fill in like these gaps here at the top. So let's go like that. I thought I put that. Didn't I put a block there? Maybe I did. Okay, and then there and there, and then I guess we'll go like that. That's good. And then yeah, so then we'll put the glass on the inside later, and then there we are. So unfortunately this build didn't, I mean, I think it's still cool, but it's not at all what I had in my mind when I started doing it. I started building this thing. I wanted it to be a little bit more flowy. It's just really hard to get like a flowing look out of Minecraft blocks. So I'm still, the jury's still out for me on how in the world to build these kinds of things in Minecraft and make them look really good. Jury's still out for sure. I think we're gonna go like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Actually, let's go like this. It's a little too symmetrical. That's good. But I definitely think that it's got kind of an interesting vibe that I haven't ever seen before in any other build that I've seen people do as far as skyscrapers. It's definitely unique. Yeah. It's definitely a unique thing. I don't know if it's unique good or unique stupid. That's my problem. But anyway, let's fill the rest of this in with some orange terracotta here. That. And then we'll, oh, these are the two larger holes right here. So we gotta get this one done. Put some orange, the terracotta. Go like that, and then we'll go on this side. So on these corners, it was a little hard to get them to be right. If I did like I did some of the corners a little different, like than the sides. Like so, on this side here, I did that, but then on this side here, notice that it doesn't do that. It doesn't stick on the inside, because if I had done that over here, it would have looked really strange, I think. So this kind of made it look a little bit better. Overall, I love the glass in this, like how it's like, yeah, looks really good. Right, that around there, that's good. And then we'll do the same. We'll just put some glass in here. This. Here. La 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 la. Yeah, and like I said, if you guys want me to do an interior, I can do one later, but I just wanted to get it so that it was at least somewhat complete, so that we could get a nice thumbnail and show you kind of what the finished build is going to look like before I actually start building, because the first episode is a little bit derp. Okay, that is one interesting looking skyscraper. Very unique and odd. Well, guys and gals, this has been Hex. I hope you've enjoyed this super futuristic skyscraper. I hope that you try to give it a shot in your world. It's going to be hard to do it block for block, but I think you'll be able to do it. Just give it a go. Anyway, hope you're having an amazing, awesome, beautiful, fantastic day. And God bless.
Bye.